insane way to pull off a Band-Aid. No pain, but why are these things even invented? So we got this dude, Earl Dixon. He's busy working long hours for Johnson & Johnson, and because it's 1910, Earl's wifey does everything at home.
Sweetie, I'm done being the sole breadwinner for the day. I'm ready to eat.
Just a minute now, honey. No, I've done it. I've got the napkins out of my finger. Just a small minute, sweetie.
Dinner's just...
Oh.
And this was like every night in the Dixon household, so Earl had to find a solution for the minor cuts and burns Josephine was getting while cooking. So he tinkers with Johnson & Johnson. They combined surgical tape and gauze. Then in 1920, they launched the Band-Aid. J&J gave free Band-Aids to schools, doctors, and Boy Scouts, and that's why they sell $40 million worth a year. Look at this.
Suddenly discovered that the robot suddenly discovered that a new robot had appeared beside the master it had been searching for. It hurriedly hid in the corner, too afraid to reveal itself, and even more afraid to disturb them. Fortunately, it was just a dream. Unfortunately, when the robot woke up, it saw 3 rabbits dismantling its leg, and even using its toes to repair a little boat. Then, without a word, they left. The 3 rabbits had no idea that at that very moment, the robot's owner was anxiously waiting for its return. In the previous episode, the robot had malfunctioned due to corrosion from the seawater. By the time the dog brought tools to fix it, the beach had been closed for a year. The dog tried various methods to sneak onto the beach, but it failed each time. Reluctantly, the dog had to wait for the beach to open again. Finally, the beach reopened. The dog, carrying a toolbox, came to the shore, using its nose to carefully search for the robot's location. After a while, it finally dug up one of the robot's legs. An ominous feeling rose in its chest. For the entire day, the dog dug through the whole beach, but it couldn't find even a trace of the robot. At that moment, its heart shattered like foam, too fragile to hold together. The dog, holding only the robot's remaining leg, left the beach with a blank expression. So, where had the robot gone? The day before the dog went searching for it, the beach caretaker, while doing the final trash cleanup, accidentally found the robot's leg with a detector. The caretaker thought it was scrap metal and took it to the recycling station. At the recycling station, the owner, in an attempt to amuse his child, rudely threw the robot into the backyard, and then, using all his strength, he swung it around. The robot was shattered into pieces. It didn't understand what it had done wrong, and could only close its eyes, as the father and son cheered in excitement. Meanwhile, the dog, still holding the robot's severed leg, returned to a dim and lonely life. The robot's scattered parts at the recycling station were discovered by a raccoon. The raccoon bought the robot's remains and took them home. Looking at the remaining head and 3 legs, the raccoon immediately began to make modifications. Eventually, the robot's body was replaced with a radio, and it was brought back to life. The robot worked with the raccoon, enjoyed delicious food, and after a whole year, they became the best of friends. On the other side, the dog reluctantly returned to the robot store. It bought a robot that looked similar to the previous one. This time, the dog cherished this new friend